It was in a European cafe like this one that Howard Schultz had a visionary revelation. America was lacking a neighborhood spot to grab a good cup of coffee. In 1982, Schultz was working for Starbucks as the director of marketing, and the store was nothing like the brand we know today. Founded in 1971, Starbucks was a small coffee bean retailer in Seattle, specializing in unique blends from around the globe. Starbucks was known for its knowledgeable staff, which sold excellent, perfectly roasted coffee beans. But if you walked into Starbucks in 1982, you wouldn't have been able to buy a cup of coffee. And it could have stayed that way had Howard Schultz not taken a trip to Milan, Italy. In Milan, he was amazed by the pocket-sized cafes that existed on virtually every street corner. The cafe, it seemed, was the central component of everyday Italian life. People were connecting over their cups of coffee. He returned to Seattle with a revolutionary idea. Instead of importing great coffee, Starbucks should import the entire cafe culture from abroad. His bosses balked at the idea, and for most people that would have been enough to put the idea to rest. But for a great mind like Howard Schultz, the first no wasn't a roadblock. It was an opportunity to strike out on his own. Schultz left Starbucks and founded Il Giornale in downtown Seattle, a coffee shop based on those he witnessed in Italy. To patrons accustomed to swill coffee served up in diners, the cafe was a revelation. It was wildly successful. Seattle was ready for a cafe culture. And if Seattle was ready, why not the rest of the country? Within 3 years, Schultz was successful enough to purchase Starbucks from his original employers. In 1987, Schultz started the transformation of Starbucks from a sleepy bean importer to the caffeine-infused conglomerate we know today. And although the company experienced unprecedented growth, it never forgot its Pacific Coast roots. Starbucks' model was caffeine and social consciousness with every cup. Today, Starbucks is the nation's largest importer of fair trade coffee, and it remains committed to protecting the environment. Just think, had it not been for the entrepreneurial vision of Howard Schultz, you might have had to wait years before your next trip to Italy to enjoy those caramel macchiatos.